Hello and welcome to the group exhibit Hydrogen and Fuel Cells at the HANNOVER MESSE 2012. Please come and join us, take a seat, free drinks, and I'm going to be talking to Dr. Hans-Peter Schmid from WS Reformer about gas to power by FLOX technologies. Please welcome Hans-Peter to the stage. Thank you very much. So, WS Reformer. You make reformers?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Name is program, and our business to make out of gas power at the end of the day.
How does that work using a reformer?
Using the reformer makes the hydrogen, but we don't care about hydrogen. We want to use the hydrogen instantaneously when it's produced in the fuel cell. So in our system, or in the whole system, hydrogen takes place only in a small tube of 5 centimeter length.
So you're using natural gas?
So we're using natural gas or LPG or any liquid alcohols, which gives the opportunity or makes the bridge from available fuels to the fuel cell.
But does it not make more sense to burn the natural gas using conventional technologies?
Yeah, we can burn it, then we have the heat, but we want to use natural gas for producing electricity. Why? And what is our intention? In fact, natural gas is the most valuable fossil fuel. It's a high-level fuel. It's easy to handle. We have the infrastructure. And actually what we do in our households, we make simple hot water from it. The most valuable fossil fuel is wasted into heat. So, and from my point of view, it makes sense to make power and use the heat from the power production.
And as a consumer, why would it be interesting for me to, what are the benefits for me to install such a system in my house?
The benefit is you produce your own power and you use the heat.
Yeah, and the costs?
The cost of the whole thing. I have an interesting citation from a visitor on our booth today. And he said, okay, what's the cost of the machine? Say a 4 kilowatt machine. What's the price of the machine today and compared to conventional technologies? And they said, okay, at the moment it's twice the cost of conventional machine. When you purchase 1 or 10 units, it's only twice. So, and then he said, oh, okay, then you're almost profitable. Because everybody knows who is dealing with new technologies, the costs come down, they come automatically down with higher numbers.
And how could I compare the cost? Because right now I live in Amsterdam, my costs are 25 cents per kilowatt. How would that compare if I installed a...
Yeah, in fact, if you use power and the heat, then the gas cost is 7 cents per kilowatt. And out of this, when we put 3 kilowatts in the system, we produce 1 kilowatt heat, and we produce 1 kilowatt electricity and 2 kilowatt heat. And that means from this 21 cents, for 7 cents you make electricity, for 14 cents you make the heat, which you have to have anyway. Then it makes it very cheap from my point of view.
Yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense, including the benefits of the carbon footprint. How would you...
The carbon footprint is directly related to efficiency or to the cost.
And what is the efficiency? Can you
Well, the efficiency of the whole system is about 35%, but you use the heat and the overall efficiency 90%. So that means you use almost all the primary energy.
And what about what do I do with the excess power that it produces?
The excess power, I don't think that we should use a machine to produce excess power. I want to have the machine running when I need power, and not when there's no demand.
And is the system, can it be so flexible that it can only produce what you need?
Yeah, that's the main benefit, or one of the benefits of the PEM fuel cell system, for which our reformers are designed. They can be switched on and switched off whenever you need. So, but I think it's the best way to save energy. Don't produce energy when you don't use it, when you don't need it.
Yeah,
And that's for
definitely.
because you pay for it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the government, what sort of role do you think that they should have in this? Are they going to play a key role in the introduction?
In a way, the government plays a key role because we need a political will or a will from the society. Not political will reflects mirrors the society will, from my point of view, at least in democracies. And we need the political will to produce power in a decentralized where it's needed. So it's something like in your heating appliance, you have your own heating. Very simple. Everybody has got his own heating appliance, and why not? Why does not everybody has his own power generator? And that's the message. So and that helps because we don't need big further infrastructure for renewable power because so much electric power can be produced on site or at homes. That would mean that the primary energy is not transported via cables or not via cables in the electrical net, but it's transported in the natural gas grid, and the grid is there, and there's also a huge opportunity to store energy. So my idea is that the primary energy is transported in the gas grid and not in the electrical grid.
You make a very compelling argument for it, and I would be quite interested to hear from the audience, or just with a show of hands. Decentralized power production using a micro CHP system has a lot of benefits, as Dr. Schmid just mentioned. So who would be ready and willing to buy such a system for their home at this point? And if not, thank you. You have a question, or you? Yeah,
she
great.
would.
Good. And if you wouldn't, I'd love to hear from you. Why not yet? So can I have a show of hands for who would be willing to install such a system in their house right now?
Yeah,
They need some more convincing.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe someone could give an argument for why they wouldn't right now. Then, anybody? What do you think is stopping people from doing it right now?
We used to do it the other way around. It's so easy to have at the moment, it seems to be easy to have the big plants, coal-fired plants, nuclear plants, and well, we are a little bit relaxed with it, but the way of living will change.
That's quite depressing, because that's not really the solution that we need, is it? We want to change, we need to change.
Yeah, there will change comes, for sure.
It will definitely come. But let's talk to you more, because you've been here for 10 years now. You've seen the industry, the hydrogen fuel cell industry, have its ups and downs. Maybe, could you give a bit of a description of what you see happening and where we're at right now?
That's a good question. I've seen ups and downs. In fact, if you step aside, one step aside and look over it, then it's part of a big innovation game. There are trials, there are errors, there are companies coming up, spending a lot of money, eventually fail. Then some do their own, then see, okay, this is not the way to go, then we change the way. Everybody's looking for applications, everybody is looking for the fuel cell niche markets. And well, it's very normal. It's very normal for introduction of a new technology and for innovation.
Do you think we're going in the right direction?
As a whole, I think the whole community will go in the right direction as long as we are able to put a lot of creativity, a lot of ideas in it, and if we are aware that everybody could fail, and we live with a failure, but definitely some of us will succeed. But this is very, very normal. and we have to live with it. I have seen customers popping up, going down, getting bankrupt, changing their strategies. I've seen all this over the 10 years.
So you're saying we need more startups, more initiatives.
In general, we need more. That's right. More creativity, and we need more people. We really have fun to do new things.
And energy companies, they must, they're a very interesting party in this discussion, because what do they think of the decentralized power generation?
Well, from my point of view, it's very easy. It's not not their business. It's not their interest, because it's a danger for their business cases.
But they could be a powerful lobbying power if they're against it. How do we overcome that?
They are.
They are, yeah.
They are. That's because it's their interest. It's their interest of their companies. It's normal. So it's a kind of fight, but it's also normal in an innovation game.
To enjoy the fight.
Pardon?
You have to enjoy the fight and keep going.
Oh, if you enjoy the fight, it's there. We have to live with it.
But not give up.
Never give up.
Never
Yeah,
give
that's
up.
it.
No, that's true. Do we have any questions actually from the audience? Yes.
I just want to bring up the point that you said that it's sad because people aren't installing these systems. Most people can't buy these systems cost independent. They're just not widely available. So if I'm sitting in my home where I am, I certainly cannot get, for love nor money, one of these units. So if we want mass market adoption, it's got to be a triple prong attack of marketing, which is the devil's word, but we got to market these systems properly, availability, and then cost as well. So it's easy to blame other people, but it's not just a simple case of, well, the consumers aren't adopting them.
Was this a question or a comment? Comment, thanks.
Do you want to give a reaction? Or
Well, there's a comment, okay.
let's come in. Yeah. Does anyone else want to join the discussion?
Join me at our booth in the discussion.
Yes, of course.
If
The
you
booth
like
is
it.
just behind here. Do you know your booth number?
I don't know. Just over there.
But you want to give a message to the industry, and maybe you could.
I think I have already
Yeah.
put the message to the industry. That's we need more creative people. We need more people who take the risk and who see the opportunity and chances, and that's what we need. And the whole structure must be open. We also have to work together. We have to share ideas. We have to share experiences at this stage of the technology. That's my belief.
Yeah, and I do think marketing is actually a very interesting comment, because most people don't even know that this technology exists.
No question.
And we're in our own little orange world of the group exhibit. We need to get the message out there more.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, we're actually out of time, but thank you so much for this discussion. And I do invite you to be convinced further at the WS Reformer booth. Thank you very much, Hans-Peter Schmid, and enjoy the rest of the Messe this week.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, and our final interview will be up starting in a few minutes with Sarah Energy, the CEO, Anders Korsgaard. He's going to be talking about HT PEM reformed methanol systems. Thank you.